Hey everybody, my name is Jason and this is Netminder Review. Before I start this video, I would just like to say at the very beginning of it, if you're watching this, would you please subscribe to this YouTube channel, Netminder Review? I would really appreciate it if you did. Thank you in advance. Let's talk Colorado Avalanche. So on Saturday, Philip Grubauer, in a game, in the Stadium Series game against the Los Angeles Kings, Colorado Avalanche goaltender Philip Grubauer was injured. Now, yesterday, there had, at least as much as I could find, there had been no report on how long he might be out or whether his injury was serious. The reports finally came out today that he had suffered a lower body injury, that he was out indefinitely, and that there was no timetable for his return. Now, Colorado is in the middle of a fight for the Central Division and was realistically in a spot to take over first place in that division, especially with the Blues faltering as badly as they have been lately. So let's talk for a few minutes about how this situation could affect the Colorado Avalanche. And let's look at the Avalanche's current goaltending options. Now, if you had told me a month and a half or 2 months ago that this was going to happen and that Pavel Francouz was going to take over the starting position, I would not have thought that it would have been that big of a deal. As earlier in the season, Francouz was playing extremely well and Grubauer was playing okay. However, in Grubauer's last 5 starts, he was 4-1-0. He had only allowed 1 goal in that game against the Kings, and that 4-1-0 record does not count that game against the Kings, which he did not finish. He was 18-12-4 on the season, and had a 2.63 goals against average and a 916 save percentage. So his numbers were very strong, and he was playing the best hockey of the season, or his best hockey of the season, more recently. Giving hope, I would imagine, to Colorado fans that they could make a serious push to take the Central Division. Again, with the Blues playing very poorly lately, it was beginning to look like it could realistically be a battle between Colorado and Dallas to take first place away from the Blues, and at this point it would be realistic to see the Blues suddenly find themselves in third place instead of first. So Grubauer is out, maybe for a little while, maybe for a long while. So what does Colorado what does Colorado have in Pavel Francouz? Well, Pavel Francouz has played 22 games so far this season and only 24 games at an NHL level in his career. So let's see here. The 29-year-old Czech goaltender on the season has a 13-5-2 record and a 2.4 goals against average and a 925 save percentage. Now, let's add to that the fact that tonight he played his 25th game, which was an overtime loss to Tamp Bay. Tonight, Francouz allowed 4 goals on 27 shots, including the goal in overtime to give Tampa Bay the win. Now, in all fairness, it's Tampa Bay. So I'm not going to judge Francouz too harshly on the fact that he allowed 4 goals tonight. He allowed them against Tampa Bay. I didn't get a chance to watch the game. I haven't watched the goals yet, so I don't know the quality of those goals that he allowed. But Francouz's numbers are strong. A 2.44 goals against and a 925 save percentage on the season are very strong. There's every reason when you look at it from that perspective, if you're a Colorado fan, to say, well, hey, we've got something in Pavel Francouz. We have a reason, a statistical reason, to have some hope in this guy. And I would agree. My biggest concern is 24 games. Okay, let's add tonight. 25 games at an NHL level. He may be really good. He may be an NHL caliber starting goaltender. He may not be. The problem is, who knows? 25 games is an extremely small sample size. So who knows what Pavel Francouz is? Now, right now, the standings in the Central are that the Blues have 74 points and have played 59 games. And Dallas has 74 points and has played 59 games. Colorado, with the overtime loss tonight, has 73 points in 58 games. So they do have a game in hand on both Dallas and on St. Louis, and they now trail both of those teams by 1 point. So if Colorado wins that game in hand, then they take the lead. They move into first place in the conference. I'm sorry, in the division. But can they? Can they win that game in hand? And more importantly than that one game in hand, can they continue to win games with Francouz at the rate that they were winning them with Grubauer? Well, obviously only time will tell that. Will Joe Sakic make some kind of move to bring in a different goaltender? Only time will tell that as well. Now, as far as what happens if Francouz gets hurt, I apologize, we have a train track 1 block away. So if you heard that loud train whistle, that's why. As far as what would happen if Francouz were to get hurt, well, then Joe Sakic would be making a trade. I can tell you that. But the backup that came into play behind Francouz tonight is Hunter Miska. I have to be honest with you, I don't know how to pronounce that name, Miska or Miska. But anyway, he is the new backup. Hunter, I'm not going to pronounce his last name, I'm just going to call him Hunter. Hunter is 24 years old. He is a U.S.-born goaltender, and he has played all of 18 minutes and 16 seconds in the NHL. That was for Arizona in a game on November 13th of 2018. So we have now in Colorado a starting goaltender who has played 25 games at an NHL level and a backup goaltender who has played 18 minutes at an NHL level, trying to fill the gap that Philip Grubauer leaves behind. Now, obviously, I'm sure Colorado fans are hoping that Grubauer's injury is short-term, and it might be. We don't know yet. But if it's not, I don't think that Joe Sakic and the Colorado Avalanche are going to want to face the rest of the season and a playoff run with a goaltender who currently has 25 games experience and a backup who has 18 minutes experience. So I'll be interested to see what the Colorado Avalanche do to address this situation. Obviously, we'll all be waiting to see, is Grubauer's injury going to keep him out a game, a week, a month? How long is he injured? What does this mean for Colorado? So I wanted to share that information with you, kind of a little bit of breaking news, if you will, on the Colorado Avalanche. And it's going to be really interesting to see how the Central Division all plays out with this situation unfolding, with the Blues playing poorly, with Colorado's goaltending now in question. The way I see it is this is a prime opportunity for Dallas to seize the Central Division. And if they don't, for whatever reason, I will consider it them missing out on a prime opportunity. Dallas's goaltending has been extremely strong all year. The defense has been strong, but their goal scoring has been lacking a bit. So do they make a move to bring in somebody that they think can bolster their offense a little bit? I don't know. I guess we will see. So again, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel. If you found this video to be informational or interesting in any way, please hit like. I would appreciate it if you would share my videos with your friends on the various social media platforms. And thank you so much for watching my my little Colorado Avalanche news video here. And I hope you have yourself a wonderful day. Thanks, everyone. Good night.